Hey everybody, welcome back to the Crust. This is a short video. I'm mostly making this just to kind of give you guys an update in a video as opposed to on the community tab. We're going to take a little break from the Crust. We're just going to kind of let this game develop just a little bit more. And you might notice I've actually retraced my steps just a little bit. I went back in time just a little bit, and then I've tried to play up to now. It took me a few days to get it to where I could actually load the save for this game. And then after I have negative resources. Now, some people have told me that this is just a visual bug. Like I've actually managed to reload it and stuff all the way back enough to where I only have negative microcircuits now. But if it's really a visual bug, I wanted to test it. So this storage has negative 243 microcircuits now, and this contract requires 5 of them to be delivered. Now, at the moment, they're only going to deliver the ones that are newly made. So they're only delivering the microcircuits that are coming out of here. They're not going to the storage to get them because, according to the game, I don't have any. So they're not taking them out of here, basically. So anything that's new, they're taking them out of here. And as a result, like I basically just lost 243 microcircuits, which is sucky. Now, I was going to go in and purchase the resources for this expedition so I could get... Take a look at it. This one's here is going to be worth 350,000, which I thought was pretty good. I just have to buy the composites. I pretty much had everything else. But same things with drones being idle, and just there's a lot of that stuff going on, and it has been for quite a while. Most of you guys probably know this, I maybe, but I edit around a lot of bugs when it comes to games that are in early access and games that are, you know, definitely in development, rapidly developing. I want to show, and I don't want to be the guy that just like shows all the problems with the game, right? If there's like little tiny glitches and I know how to work around them, then I'll usually just cut around them. So a lot of times in videos when you're seeing cuts, sometimes they're cut because I just have the passage of time, and then sometimes they're cut because I don't want to share certain bugs with you guys. And this one here has been a pretty good mixture of both of those things. We already know that we're not going to be very successful in this run. So I think it's okay to stop and to assess this. I probably will start this. I kind of want to stream it, you know, to be honest. I kind of want to start and stream it and see about getting success then. That way I could get like real-time feedback with you guys too, which would be nice. Look at this thing. How long has this thing been here? I bet this thing has been here since like 20 videos ago. This one right here, there was an extractor here before. It's or actually it was right here. It's depleted. So we've had a lot of different like depleted, a lot of depleted deposits and stuff are still happening too. So no bueno on those as well. It looks like this one here would be easily doable. I can get a pretty good bonus for it, but now it's, you know, I think like I'll think about it. It really should be a timer. I feel like these urgent ones should have a timer on them, right? Like the deadline. And then I should be able to dismiss this and go back to playing the game, and then decide to pick it up, especially when the contracts are exceeded. That's the only reason I can't accept this, is because of contract limitations. Just little stuff like that is a little bit annoying, because like that's a really good contract, and if I could just wait just a little bit longer, you know, I could get this thing out the door, and maybe I could get this thing out the door, right? My microcircuits won't deliver. So yeah, anyway, there's just some things. I've also learned a lot playing this. I've made so many mistakes in this playthrough, and I've learned a whole bunch, and I would love to apply what I've learned to a whole fresh start, especially, you know, considering that this laser, I really want the laser. So I had an episode 19 that was kind of partially done, and then I went to come back and finish that episode 19, and that's when my save wouldn't load. And I was trying to like mitigate around or manage the negative resources thing, because I had negative iron, negative concrete, all this stuff, negative steel, whatever. I had a lot of that stuff. I had to go back in time. But I think what I'm trying to say here is I think we'll be much better off the next time around. And now that I know a little bit about what's going on, we can probably have a lot better shot at success. I did choose the hard mode this time. Remember, I chose the, you know, I didn't take the money right away. I chose the science. I was like, let's bring it on. And maybe that was my first mistake, right? Is the thinking that I was just going to happen, because I don't think it is. I have like 11 drones idle now. It's crazy. Anyway, so I think what we're going to do with this is I'm going to take a couple of weeks I'm gonna assess that. I'm gonna keep going on start AS in the meantime and workers and resources in the meantime, and then we'll come back with this in like a couple weeks. We'll see, you know, how things have developed, how things have improved. The reviews on this are very mixed right now. There's a lot of people complaining about all the same bugs I've been experiencing. Things with, you know, this thing just freezing up, and this thing with prioritizations and stuff still not fixed. There's all sorts of stuff like that. I'm aware that a lot of people have been very successful on this game in getting a lot more vehicles and getting even more than one of these drillers, which is kind of cool to think about. Also, I found a spot where rare earths are, so it's getting that now. But there's been a lot of people who have been very successful at this. And, you know, we all learn from each other, right? I mean, you guys learn, a lot of you guys, when you're first playing the games, you learn what to do and what not to do by watching other YouTubers, right? By watching me, right? So I have that experience now, except it's on myself. Like, I know what I did wrong, and I know how I can improve things. And I definitely underestimated just how much you have to scale up your operation and how quickly you have to do it, because this laser thing, I think, comes in way too early. I've had 2 people now tell me that my laser mission triggered early. It wasn't supposed to trigger as early as it did. But then I also have another 2 people independently that told me that it triggered about this, for them, it triggered about the same time as it did for me. And yet, but those people who ramped up and had thousands upon resources still could not do the laser. So that's pretty nuts. If you're interested to know what the next stage is, see right here, laser gun, right? It doesn't even show you what resources are needed here. I have to go to the map to see it because the quest doesn't appear up here anymore. I have to go down here and show it. So, right, 1250 components, 1480 carbon fiber, 120 28 microcircuits. Obviously, that part's going to be a little hard now that I have negative microcircuits. I've had lots of people saying I should, you know, be taking them over there incrementally. Like, you have some, deliver it. It's not going to speed up the delivery. You can do this mission with 2 trucks. One to bring half of it, the other brings the other half. You don't need to have trucks going back and forth with, you know, I got 100 now, bring it now. That's just a waste of your time. You might as well have those trucks going out and doing other things, which is what I'm trying to do, is have the trucks out doing other things. But, you know, with everything else that's going on, it's sometimes difficult to micromanage that and multitask it, you know. So I could probably do more on the map, I think, is what I would do. But in any case, if you're curious on what the next stage is, it's bonkers. I know what the next stage is because in that random, in that initial episode 19 that was partially done, I had this done. I had the carbon fiber and I had the microcircuits. I managed to get all of those by buying them, buying the remainder that I needed after having lots of fuel contracts. And I also basically sold all of my microcircuits to do it. And I don't know, I don't remember all 3 things, but I do remember 2 of the resources that I needed. And it's, like I said, it's bonkers. You need 1,500 nanotubes is what it told me, which is something I'm not even making any of now. So I got regrets there. And then also 3,000 modular frames. So there's that as well. Now with workers and stuff, of course, they'll kick these out faster if I had the concrete going the right way that it was supposed to go. Apparently it's not prioritized, but in any case, it doesn't matter. The point is, we were definitely not going to win this. So I'm going to concede, white flag, defeat. I'm going to come back stronger later with a refreshed sense of purpose and all the knowledge that I've accumulated through all the failures that I've had in this series so far. We're definitely going to do that. And I'm going to wait for a few more patches to see if negative resources are taken care of and the drone idling problems are taken care of, because this is the thing that happens often. This is not because I don't have tasks. I have plenty of tasks. They just finished the batteries, but they've been idle since the batteries too. Many multiple people report this as well. To fix it, you just restart the game. It's like, thanks. Okay. I've been rebooting it for the last few videos. I've been having to reboot the game quite often here. So I really like to get that stuff fixed, and I'm hoping that they do. But until then, I'm going to leave this here with a 10-minute sayonara, and we'll come back and attempt to save the Earth next time. But this time, there's a meteor. It's going to hit the Earth, and there's nothing I can do about it. Okay. Take it easy, guys. We'll see you in the next series, I hope. Bye-bye.